everybody, what's up? It's Kiki and welcome back for another video. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the Kiki Squad. Today I'm coming at you guys with the first impression of the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. Not only am I coming at you guys with a first impression, but I'm also going to give you guys a wear test, and this is also a comparison between shades 10 and 11. Can you tell the difference? So first up, this is how it comes packaged. This is the box for it, a nice sleek box, and this is the packaging of the foundation, and I really like it. I think it's cute. It would be cute to sit on your vanity. It does come with a pump, and actually pumps aren't my favorite form of packaging for foundation. It's my second, of course, but my first is more like a squeeze tube. I love squeeze tube foundations, but for it to have a pump is great as well. I like that it does have this cutout in it so that you can actually see the foundation color as well as, you know, when you're using the foundation. The foundation is described as a full coverage matte finish waterproof foundation that lasts all night. Full coverage, definitely. I'm usually not one who leans more towards a full coverage foundation. If I have a full coverage, I like to sheer it out. But this one is full on full coverage. As you can see, like, I look made up. This is definitely a full coverage foundation, so it does stand up to that. And you only need a little bit. It definitely is a matte finish. There's no dewiness to my skin other than the products that I added to make my skin look a little bit more dewy and glowy. So this foundation definitely, once it dries, is a matte finish. Waterproof foundation, I don't know about that yet. And lasts all night. We're going to test it out and see how long it'll last today. So I'm just going to read a little bit of what the foundation claims to do. Provides a full coverage with a modern matte finish that never looks overdone. Perfect for all-night affairs and other scandalous activities. Ooh, Urban Decay. But what do you expect from Urban Decay? They name all their products after, like, scandalous stuff. So I expect them to say something like that. It also says this revolutionary formula is also comfortable enough to wear every day. As far as comfortability, it is pretty comfortable. I don't feel cake face. I do feel like I have on makeup a little bit, but not like a full coverage face. So it's pretty comfortable to me. They also say that they loaded the foundation with an insane amount of pigment and there's no need to even build your foundation. A little bit goes a long way, and I can definitely vouch for that. A little bit does go a long way. I applied 2 pumps on my hand for each side, and I still had a lot of product left on my hand after I finished applying the foundation. They claim to have a wide range of colors, but if you're any darker than me, there's only one other shade, and that's 12. So I don't know how many skin tones that are deeper than me can get away with wearing this foundation, being that there's only one other color or one other shade deeper than the 2 that I got. So if you guys want to see how I apply this foundation, what I think about this foundation, and how it wear, keep watching. have completed my face. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference in the colors. The right side is 10 and the left side is 11. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but I can slightly. I had to get up close and personal in the bathroom mirror just to check and see how much of a difference there was. So my first thoughts on it are, when you apply it, it does dry pretty fast, so you have to move very quickly. You can't put it like on, just dot it all over your face and then try to blend it in. Won't work like that. It'll get stuck and it'll be harder to blend. When I was on the left side of my face, I was blending it in, and then I heard a knock at the door. It was FedEx. I went to get it and it was like harder for me to blend that side in. So yeah, you definitely want to blend it in really, really quickly. I did use a brush, 2 different brushes for both sides. I'm not one who applies my foundation with a beauty blender, but I will go back in and blend it out with a beauty blender if I feel the need to. But normally I just apply my foundation with a brush. Other than that, the foundation does blend out well, and it does cover. It covered up like my hyperpigmentation. It covered up acne scars. Any imperfection that I have, this foundation did cover it up. The only issue that I really had was when I applied my contour and I was trying to blend it out on my right side. It wouldn't allow the contour to stick. It was like lifting up the product. So I don't know if that was the foundation. Had to be the foundation because I always use the same thing for contouring, and the brush, same brush I always use. So I don't know, I was having a little bit of trouble blending in the contour. My skin type is combination oily, but being that I'm on prescription from my dermatologist, it has kind of dried my face out and I have dry patches. I don't see the foundation clinging to any of the dry spots, which is good, but I would definitely recommend this for more of an oilier skin than dry skin because it does get really, really matte. And it has a nice smooth finish to it. I almost forgot to powder my face because I thought my face was powdered. I did lightly powder my face with my mineralized skin finish, but I do with all my foundations. Now it's been some time since I applied the foundation, and sitting here I do see that the foundation oxidizes. My skin is looking a little bit more orangey to me, or more on the reddish tone. So yeah, I would have to definitely say it does oxidize and get a little bit darker, because before I think it was like a little bit light, but once I stopped blending it in, I think it blended with my skin tone. But now that I'm sitting here, it definitely has oxidized and got a little bit on the red side. Hope you guys can see that. I know my lights are kind of bright. Shade 10 is described as a dark brown with a soft warm undertone, and shade 11 is described as a very dark brown with a soft warm undertone. So like I said, the difference in them is very slight to none, and I guess that's why I can only see a slight difference in them, because in the description it's a slight difference. So I'm going to go out for a little bit, and then I'll let you guys know how the foundation held up in the outside, inside, and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm back, and it has been several hours, about a good 5-6 hours, and the foundation is still holding up pretty good. The only thing that I noticed is oily is my nose, and I mean, it looks a little shiny here and on my forehead, but I think that's just the lights. It's no oil there, but my nose is oily, and my nose pretty much gets oily with all foundations that I wear. I put a mattifying primer, but it still gets oily. So yeah, other than that, the foundation is held up pretty well. I can still see my contour. The only issue I have is the color. It oxidizes so much that I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but it's like so red on my face on both sides. The 11.0 side is a little bit more red, but they both turned reddish. As far as color selection, I don't think the color selection is good, although they do have an array of colors. It's just not a good color selection for women of color or women who are deeper skin tone like myself. It's not many options to choose from. Like I said, I got 10.0 and 11.0, and the last shade is 12.0. So yeah, not a good selection for us. I've been outside, I've eaten, I've drinking, I've laid down, I've worked on the computer, and this is my face after. If you were in the market for a good full coverage foundation, this is definitely it. If you can find your color after it oxidizes, this would be a great full coverage matte foundation. Unfortunately, I'm not really in the market for a full coverage matte foundation that's orange on me. So would I really recommend this foundation? It's hard to say, because the foundation is pretty. It's holding up very well. Go see if you can find your color, and I'm sure you would love this foundation. But if you dry, no. If you have anywhere between yellow and olive undertones, neutral undertones, no. If you're darker than a 12.0, no. If you're in between an 11.0 and a 12.0, you're not going to find it. So am I going to love it or leave it? I am going to leave it. This foundation did not work out for me because of the color shade. That is my only issue with the foundation. Everything else that the foundation claims to do, it does. But the color shade, just no need of me keeping a foundation that's going to have my face orange and my neck yellow. hope you guys can really see the difference in the color of the foundation in my neck. When I applied it, it matched. Now, not so much. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment, share wherever you share videos, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.